Think I'm not working my hours? Okay, no more overtime. I'll start this by saying I no longer work the company, but I'm the type of person to go above and beyond because I love my job. I'm supposed to be at the office for 7 and leave at 4, but I tended to come in early and leave about 15 minutes late. So about 30 minutes of overtime a day. At this company I was the youngest and worst paid employee, and I had a coworker in my team out to get me. My manager completely ignored this cause the coworker had been with the company for like 10 years. This coworker in particular didn't like that I was young and could do both of our jobs with more efficiency. Back to the story. Another coworker of mine, let's call him R, who attended the same university, asked me about study leave and if we could take any. I wasn't sure, but my manager overheard this and told us to email HR. This is great. I'm nearing the hardest part of my degree, so I thought this was fantastic. Well, HR comes back and says it's at the discretion of my manager. I tell my manager this and she denies my study leave since there was no notice. Even though I just got the information back and let her know from the time I emailed what the dates would be. Okay, that's not too bad. But this particular manager sought me out and hired me 8 months prior because I was originally an intern and my internship ended, but I did a fantastic job. Before accepting this job, I let her know my degree came first and I needed a bit of flexibility. She happily agreed. So with the news of me not getting study leave but R could, I handed in my resignation. This day my manager decided to pick a fight with me because I'm quitting, and she thinks it's malicious and accused me of lying about what time I come to work and reminded me that my workday starts at 7. Like I said, workday starts at 7, but I'd be there 6:45. I denied lying and offered to have her check the swipe logs. Instead, she decided to come to work early every day for the remaining month of employment and watch what time I came in. So my malicious compliance was coming in at the same 6:45 time, but sitting at my desk until the clock struck 7. She notices this and asked me why I wasn't working, and I repeated her phrase that my workday starts at 7, so I'm not working until then. I'd rather sit and eat breakfast. To make it even better, I left at 4 on the dot. I quit a few months ago and I'm the happiest I've been, and as a plus I've just landed a new job with better pay and benefits. I had a boss that was just the worst. And when I got back from my son's premature birth, he gave me grief about how my earned PTO had gone negative because I missed several days. Never mind the fact that I was in the waiting room of the hospital sending emails while waiting to hear what my wife's condition was. Never mind that I was trying to swing between work, unloading projects onto coworkers who said they'd help, because I didn't want our customers to suffer. I never answered another weekend email, or worked 1 minute more than I needed to. My boss now gives me total autonomy because I get my work done. I do a great job, and I deliver. Sometimes that means working at 10 p.m. on a project, or answering emails and calls on vacation. But it also means that if I tell him, I have a doctor's appointment, or, my kid has a school program, or, I'm all caught up so I'm going to take my kids out for ice cream, he just tells me, okay. Have a good time. Mutual respect from you, boss. Whole team really is an awesome recipe for a healthy, productive work environment. Never come in early and never stay late at any job. Ever. Good on you. Never let someone hold you back. Is this in the US? Refusing to work for free is not malicious compliance. You worked your assigned hours. Not malicious. Sue, you should have reported them for wage theft. Jesus WTF. Never give your life away. I had something similar when an executive of a company that was doing contract work for the employer I was working for at the time wanted me to come work for them, dangling a pay raise in front of me and being overly happy and gleeful while talking to me. The minute I accepted the offer and I talked to her again, her attitude totally changed, and when I asked a simple question about something related to the shift, I think, she was very curt in her response that they could put me wherever they felt the business needed me to be. Turns out the position they hired me for didn't come to fruition. I sat around getting paid for doing almost nothing for 2 months. Then told I would have to backfill someone who was leaving, but I could keep the pay they hired me at. 6 months later they told all of us we were being laid off because they weren't gonna renew the contract. With my old employer, I came to the realization that they never were gonna put me in the job I was hired for. That they knew all along they weren't going to renew the contract. I knew how the contracts worked for my old employer, and that I was merely a pawn in whatever con game it was they were playing. I just wish I had heeded the advice of someone I knew from that company who told me I should never come to work for that company. Guess the raise I got the best of me. Oh well, lesson learned. Companies don't actually care about their employees. You're nothing but a pawn for them to make money, and they could care less about anything other than you not doing the work that makes them look good. So your malicious compliance was that you continued to come in early unpaid? I hate to say that I probably side with the company. If you just decide on your own to come in early and stay late in hopes of getting overtime, that's not a proof. That's a dumb move on you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.